Welcome back to Sandra Sells Tells. Real estate, real people, real Plymouth. Today we're talking about something brand new coming to Plymouth that's all about big ideas, local businesses, and local investment. On September 23rd, the first ever Seal the Deal is happening at the Spire. And if you've ever watched a business pitch show and thought, we need to do something like that around here, well, now we do. I'm joined by Jim Hanna to talk about how this idea came together, who should apply, what happens when entrepreneurs take the stage, and how our community can get involved. Welcome to the show, Jim.
Oh, thank you so much, Sandra, for having me.
Yeah,
it's a pleasure.
Excited to have you here. So let's start from the very beginning. What exactly is Seal the Deal?
That's a good question, Sandra. Obviously, if you're a fan of Shark Tank, which I am, for a long time since starting the magazine and meeting a lot of different business owners in Plymouth and the surrounding communities, I thought this would be a great event for us to have. And then I had heard about the Nantucket pitch, which is the same idea, which is local entrepreneurs, early startups, pitch their business ideas to a panel to win some real money to help get them going, whether it be through hiring employees, to acquiring space, to helping with social media or marketing or branding. So I approached the Chamber of Commerce in Plymouth as well as the Plymouth Economic Foundation with my idea. They had both the executive directors there thought, wow, this would be a great idea. We've been thinking about this for a while as well. And so we just moved forward up the ladder, get the approval from both of the boards, and here we are, ready to launch our inaugural Seal the Deal on September 23rd. And I'm really excited about it.
I love it. I love it. This sounds like amazing. So how would you say Seal the Deal is different from a traditional pitch competition?
Well, I've only done a little bit of research, but I will tell you that everybody in the Seal the Deal that is an actual applicant that will appear in front of the judges, or shall we call them sharks, are going to have the potential to win money. And some other pitch events that are out there, not on TV, it's winner take all. So we hope that if anything, they walk away with some cash, a mentor, some coaching, maybe even a small business loan. Who knows?
Yeah, that's fantastic. So it's not necessarily a one winner take everything. Many people that can apply might have an opportunity to be able to work with the sharks, the judges, the investors. So who should be applying?
So we were targeting, or when we put our social media out, we targeted businesses that are within their first 2 years of launching. Startups that might not even have put a foot into a doorway yet with just an idea. And also we are encouraging nonprofits that are also new. And hopefully, based on what I've seen with our application process, which is still ongoing, by the way, up until September 1st, we've seen some really strong candidates, and we're going to have to vet those out and weed those down to get to a final 5.
Okay, great. And that's leads me to another thing you said. They have till September 1st to apply. So if any of those startups or businesses or nonprofits or somebody needing a little help or push are interested in applying, they have till September 1st. And how do they apply?
Sure. There is a Google form, which is located on the Plymouth Educational Foundation's website. The Plymouth Economic Foundation's website, which is plymouthma.biz. And when you go there, there's tabs at the top and you'll see Seal the Deal. And you can drop that menu down. And there's an application there, as well as people who might want to buy tickets for the event.
Okay, yeah, because who doesn't want to go cheer on their friends or just see who's making a chance to get on there and to win some?
Yeah, right, exactly, like the show.
Yeah, so if somebody's interested in applying, you just told them how to do that, but what should they have prepared before submitting just the application?
Well, first of all, the most important thing is what's their mission? What would they do with any type of financial support that they would receive from this event? Also talk about what their need is beyond that, just using the money, but beyond, where do they see themselves in 5 years from now? And also just to really establish why their business model or what their product is unique.
All right, very good. What do you think is going to make a business stand out to the selection committee?
Well, 100%. The pitch, the presentation, the person's enthusiasm, how they explain themselves, and then
Their
and how they
passion,
can,
their passion for their business.
and how they can articulate their passion for the business to the investors on stage, that it's meaningful and it can do well and it can be something that the community needs. And I think that is really the key when somebody that does actually get selected, walks down that aisle at the Spire Center on September 23rd. They have to be ready to really wow the judges.
All right. I like it. So if they are selected to pitch, what is that night actually going to look like? And do you have an idea of how many pitches you're going to present?
Yeah. We're gonna, as I might have mentioned a few minutes ago, we're gonna select it down to five. We want to have we our allotted time slot that we have at the Spire, which we are so very grateful for. That the Spire Center for the Performing Arts in Plymouth has given us this space. We are hoping to get to five. No more than a 15-minute pitch, which would include their presentation of their business as well as being able to answer questions from the judges. And then, obviously what the night will look like. Our goal is right now, the plan is to have an open house type of networking event beforehand. So before the actual event begins at 6 p.m., people will walk into the Spire Center earlier than that. Around 5, we'll have food that is catered by celebrity and award-winning chef Stephen Coe. We'll have an open bar, cash bar, cash bar, sorry. I said open. It's not a wedding
People
reception.
Will show up.
And maybe we should. And then we're going to have that opportunity to network. The pitch will take place between 6 and 8. And then afterwards, the contestants will have an opportunity to meet and greet anybody that was in the audience afterwards.
All right, that's great. So they get a kind of, get a little feel for it before they start. And then the show will start and you'll have 5 different pitches.
15 minutes.
5 different pitches, but 15 minutes each, right? And the other people presenting can watch their competitor who they're going up against. I mean, like we said, it's not like one winner takes all. A couple people could walk away with something that night with some help from the investors, correct?
Yeah. I mean, I think in the order in which people come up is probably huge. So, we and the committee will decide if they will be in like a green room without having any idea what's going on stage at that time, because you don't want to sit there and observe somebody, do something really great or do something poorly and then be like, oh, I'm going to use that. So
right.
I think we'll probably keep them secluded.
That's a good idea. I like that idea as well, too. I think that'll make sense. And plus, some people get nervous watching other people do that. And so we self-sabotage ourselves. We're our own worst critics. So we're like, oh, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't do that, whatever. So
yeah, we don't want them to change what they prepared for.
Yeah. Any idea yet? I mean, this is the first time we're doing this in Plymouth, how the investment portion of the evening works? Like, everybody's offering a certain amount. Investors can, it's very similar to Shark Tank. Just kind of to give the listeners out there an idea of.
So, like Shark Tank and unlike Shark Tank. Like Shark Tank, somebody will come in and ask for a certain amount of money, but they're not going to have to turn over a percentage of their business, which is often you see that on the show.
Right.
Where somebody comes in and say, we're requesting $250,000 for 5% stake of our business. That's not going to happen. The part that is similar is they're going to ask for a specific amount of money, and the sharks will have knowledge of the pot or the pool of money that they can each have a max to divvy up, or give out. We will not exceed a certain dollar amount because then we don't want to give away all of our money that we've raised to one person, right?
Right.
So we're going to cap it at a certain amount, and that way, if there are 5 winners that night, great. if somebody in the first 1, 2, 3 don't walk away with a deal, that money just gets rolled over to the next contestant. And if there's money left over at the end of the night, we're going to invest that back into those that have won.
All right. I like it.
And obviously we want to continue this event.
So great opportunities.
Yeah, we want it to be an annual thing. So, we'll learn. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but it's our first one, and we're excited about it.
So would you say that entrepreneurs can, it's not just about money, but they walk away partnerships, connections, mentorship, and other opportunities?
Yeah, absolutely. So the entrepreneurs, or even anybody in the audience after the show, would have the opportunity to, offer some mentoring or coaching, or even maybe they do want to invest their own money, not the pool of money that we've raised, but their own money in somebody's business. Or they might want to see if the person might be interested in giving them a percentage of that startup or early, business, which is great. They'll have that opportunity, and we hope to have legal counsel on site to have conversations with people about how that would work, because they might not know. And ultimately, if they walk away with just some exposure, because obviously we're gonna try to have this broadcasted or filmed. We are going to certainly put out a lot of social media reels and about after the event as well.
Yep.
So people will see who was there and who was able to present. And obviously, I think the one thing that is really big to me is, somebody might want to be somebody's mentor. And I think, the people that are on the stage will have some experience as successful business owners.
That's great.
Those folks will have an opportunity to coach somebody up, bring somebody along.
That's awesome. Because sometimes that's just what you need. You need somebody to bounce things off, or a mentor to help you, guide you through some struggles, the ups and downs of starting a business and keeping it going. So what if somebody out there is listening, has a great idea, but they're very nervous about putting themselves out there? What would you say to them?
Well, the first thing I would say is that everybody's going to be nervous. That's totally understandable. But if you are passionate about your business model, your new idea, your startup, your nonprofit, why not practice preparing for something like this, so that if these opportunities come down the road in the future, you're prepared for it? The ultimate thing that we've seen, even in our own Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce, for even a 60-second pitch at a networking event, the people can get nervous about that.
Yeah.
But the more they put themselves out there, the more that they get used to that opportunity, is only going to make them a little bit more successful with their business or their goals.
Yeah, I always say
So I would encourage
consistency
anybody.
and constantly showing up, right, for business owners. So they can't be afraid to take that. Yeah, we all have hope. Okay, so what about local business owners who are not going to pitch? Why should they attend or want to attend?
Well, local business owners that are not going to pitch, why would we want them in the audience, is kind of something that we touched on a minute ago, which is there's going to be this opportunity to meet these folks afterwards. There's also going to be a networking opportunity beforehand. You never can get enough of these opportunities as a business owner in our South Shore region. Oftentimes you're forced to a BNI or a networking luncheon that you might not be able to make, or there's an after hours event that conflicts with your child's soccer game. This is a great night. This is at a time where also local business owners can show the support for two major organizations in our community by showing up. That's the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce and the Plymouth Economic Foundation, both of whom are doing amazing things to not only support local businesses, but to bring new business into the town. So why not come and support this? It's only going to benefit everyone.
So you're right. We have the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce and the Plymouth Economic Foundation, but also let's not forget about America's Hometown Magazine is involved as well too, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yes, we are, and we are a free publication for the residents of Plymouth, and we don't reach everyone yet, but our goal is to continue to grow our distribution. But we as we cover the town with local, inspiring stories about people that nobody's ever heard about or have done great things in the community. Providing an opportunity like this as a small business owner myself is just gold. It's just exactly why we try to connect business owners or
it's a great
little
collaboration.
spotlights,
Yeah.
To thousands and thousands of mailboxes every month.
Yeah.
Because we are trying to not only support them, and that supports our overall economy in Plymouth and the surrounding areas that we publish magazines in, but we're also doing something that's positive for the community. People like receiving America's Hometown Magazine, Duxbury Neighbors, Norwell Neighbors, you name it, Westwood Living. Like, people like receiving these in their mailboxes.
They do, and you do showcase. I've seen a lot of great articles or learned about people and their business or their family that you would never probably know about. That's not out there. So it's great that you do put that spotlight on them, and you guys have a lot of really heartwarming stories as well too. So I met somebody last night in the community, new business owner in town, and she was excited to share that she's going to be in the next Kingston Living with her bougie chickens.
yes.
So, but most people have no idea that she has that or what that means or entails.
That's a good thing about us is that we follow through. So when you have an advertisement with us, we are going to brand you. We're going to do the things that will help you. Put yourself in front of business owners beside just an ad. It's with educational content and business spotlights, and I hope that through our social media presence and digital bundle that we offer, there's a lot of ways to get connected with the local residents and drive business to your front door. So in the end, but it's really not about us and America's Hometown Magazine, which is great. I mean, people are hearing that we're sponsoring the event, and more people are reaching out to me to be on the distribution list, which is great. As we approach 8,000 homes, our ultimate goal is our goal is 10,000. So we'll just keep growing.
Yeah, get the word out there. So I love the collaboration with all the different organizations and putting this and bringing this together to Plymouth. And I know, is there any opportunities right now for sponsors or community partners for this?
Yes. Again, if anybody can still either check out our social media pages, whether it be the Chamber or America's Hometown Magazine, the Plymouth Education Foundation. Seal the Deal does offer sponsorships at a variety of different levels, whether it be just sponsoring as a community sponsor with a smaller dollar amount versus being on stage. So those are there, and we'd love to have anybody that would like to commit some funds to this. It's all going back into those businesses that pitch, so we encourage it.
And the same way for potential applicants, the same way for like a sponsor or somebody that would like a community partner that would like to be involved, they online is where they'll be able to reach out and get the information.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's exactly right, Sandra. So they would reach out. Specifically, if you want to sponsor the event, you're going to reach out to Amy Naples at the Chamber of Commerce. But that is also on the website, which is hosting the page at the Economic Foundation, Plymouth MA for Mass.biz, B-I-Z. And that will provide people all the information that they need, including, like I said, you're sponsoring the event by buying a ticket.
Yeah. I was just going to say that. Buy tickets, people. Like, be part of like this first launch of us ever having it, and see what's out there, because you might connect with other people. And it's a fun night out. It's completely different, something that hasn't been brought to Plymouth before. It's worth getting out there. I know that there's been some reels going out to try to spread the word about that online. Anybody that's on Facebook or Instagram, check it out. There's been a couple reels already talking about exactly what it is. Hopefully people will like and share, this episode on the podcast so that more people can get their questions answered, because some people are like, a little confused. What exactly is this? But we've been trying to paint the picture for them today. Is there anything that you think we're missing that we need our listeners to know about this great event?
No, not. I think we covered a lot of it. I think, if anybody does have a question, and they're always welcome to reach out to me as well. All my contact information's on Plymouth, America's Hometown on Facebook, which is our magazine Facebook page. And feel free to reach out. You can call me, text me. My contact phone number is there, email. You can direct message me, whatever you'd like.
So I can reach out to you with any questions. Reach out to Amy Naples at the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce. If you have questions or want to be a sponsor or an investor. We're still looking for some investors. I know we've gotten a couple, but we could probably, the more money we can get, the better, right? Better opportunities for our applicants.
Yeah, and our investors that are on stage, that high level investment does put them also, their business branding, their business on the stage really well, aside from all the other sponsors. So we really encourage it.
All right. I love it. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great event. I think it's exciting for those that have already applied and just spreading the word, because I know there's probably still people that have no idea about this. So, my goal is to get more information about this out there so that people understand and they might have this opportunity. And anybody sitting on the couch listening or driving in your car, don't be afraid. Take that step, like Jim had mentioned, and, reach out to people, because you could really gain a mentor, make some great connections from people in the community, other business owners. I think it's great. So, I always end my podcast, Jim, I don't know if you follow along, but with a key of the week. And it's usually kind of based on whoever my guest was. So this week's key of the week is, don't keep a great idea locked up. Sometimes it's a good one, right?
Good.
Yeah.
That is good.
Sometimes the biggest thing standing between an idea and an opportunity is simply being willing to put it out there. Seal the deal could be the door that opens it. So don't keep a great idea locked up. That is your key of the week. And get your idea out there. We might be able to open it, and do not be afraid. But Jim, I can't thank you enough for coming on, giving us a peek behind Seal the Deal. I love that. I know I love it. I know you love it. Anything that brings people together, supports our community and our local businesses, and creates even more opportunities. We are here for it in our community. And I think it's it was kind of your brainchild, whether you got the idea from somewhere else, but bringing it to Plymouth and connecting with the right people in town, collaborating. Everybody, what is the date again, Jim?
September 23rd, 6 p.m. at the Spire. We need that audience to make it a real show. So come on out. It's a great night.
Networking before that with some great food by the famous local celebrity chef.
Yep.
So if you have a business or a big idea, get the application in. And if you're an investor, a sponsor, a business owner, or simply someone who loves seeing local people succeed, come and be part of it. And of course, if your next idea involves buying, selling, investing, or making a move on the South Shore of Cape Cod, you know who to call. Until next time, I'm Sandra, and this is Sandra Sells Tells, Real Estate, Real People, Real Plymouth.